heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager meaning. I have yet.
mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Once again, this broadcast has been brought to you by mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading fundamental. Also brought to you by bindedbooks.com, where treasures are bound. Be sure to get all of your teas at My Son's Teas, the tea of teas, divinely prepared at herbsofmyaunt.com. Be sure to check out all of those musical stylings by Brian Hicks Spade at bhspademusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out morrishaberdasher.com. And for that everyday especial Morris drip, be sure to check out morsachi.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today.
No such thing as failure, baby. Don't forget who made you. You can't be thinking minor when you need to be thinking major. They made you think they saved you, but it can't nobody save you.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, 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 brothers.
Peace.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, family?
What's good?
Great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. But with that being said, brothers, before we jump into this science, can one of my brothers please give us our Moorish American prayer, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, my salvation, by night and by day. It was Holy Prophet, Drew Ali, Shalom Aleichem, Ash'ar, Islamism, Inshallah, and Ashe. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace. How y'all doing, family?
Amazing. Outstanding.
Man, we had a great workout this morning. That was my second one. I've been grinding, grinding. Okay, grinding. Yeah. How y'all feel, man? How y'all feel? Talk to me.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Ooh, amazingly great. You feel me?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Noble. Come on, man.
Most power is it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right back. Gratitude,
Thank
gratitude.
We on
Gratitude is the attitude.
You know it. We on YouTube. It's a brother on here named Know Thyself. He's saying Islam to all y'all. So Islam
peace,
to the brother, Know Thyself. Peace, 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 brother, know thyself.
I self-law and master, baby.
Yay, yay. They be like, sheep, why y'all be amped like that at the BBT? Man, because we really do this in life, man. Like,
yes,
we can really have our what? Our 5th annual Morris Ball or our 4th? Which one is it? Our 4th?
5th.
5th?
5th.
5th? 5th?
Yeah, I think it's our 5th.
Woo!
Yeah, it's our 5th.
Yeah, man. So gratitude, man, for all y'all, man. I love y'all, man. We doing amazing things.
No, you're right, man.
And we may be small, but we mighty, but we men. And when 2 or more gather, there's this Holy Spirit that works through us. So I want to give y'all honor and gratitude for seeing the clean glass in yourself and seeing yourself in the mirror as me. And that's how we can look at ourselves as gods, because you see yourself as that. And I ain't nothing but a map and a guide. We all are adepts. See, that's what it is. We have to be proud that someone has brought something to us. There's nothing wrong with that. That's honorable. And then when our brother share everything that he has, that's honorable. That's noble. Of course, a workman is doing his higher, but it's honorable and noble for a brother that's willing not to say, okay, well, I could just go in academia and do this and do this. And that's what I'm a real poor righteous teacher. Now, I ain't poor in life, but when it comes to that context, that's what you're dealing with. You know?
That's wrong.
This is not a rich man's game. I'm not on here scamming people or trying to talk about this. I share all this stuff with you. I just sent y'all another video of JT pocket watching of the scam dudes with all that. Oh, you can use this to cancel corporate debt. I've been telling y'all that was who? Roger Elvick. I've been telling y'all this, man. I'm 48. I've been around the block a plethora of times. I know the scam. I know the multi-level marketing scam. I know a Ponzi or a pyramid scheme. I know all this stuff. Peace, Noble. It's a Peace, Noble Awareness Daily. Peace to you, brother. So when people be upset with that fake guru stuff, I say people in real life is not popular. I share real things. I say, y'all, watch JT Pocket Watchers. He's a real financial advisor. He gives financial advice. He just, people send him stuff and he talk about it. Man, if I spoke about all the stuff that I know and give the names, man, people would be sad. The stuff that I share with y'all, come on. I speak in generalities. So whoever doing it is a fraud and a charlatan. And so it's just what it is. You know? So let me stay on topic, because we're gonna let the negative stuff stay right there. In the clean glass, we just gonna continue to do what we do. But those people that get scammed, they are criminals as well. Why? Because they got criminal all over their face. A person that's scamming you, they see scam all written over you. You walk like the cartoon, what you got on your face? Scam you. You got it written all over your face. How? Because the language, the linguistics that you're speaking out your mouth. You're a criminal. And so it's easily to trick. It's easily to turn them, and it's easy to get tricked by a court jester from no facts. I'm telling you. And I sent y'all the video of JT Pocket Watchers, all that poor science scam stuff. I've been speaking on that for years. I want to be specific when I speak. No one never run no case. That's that Roger Elvick, and he was that white supremacist stuff. Research what I'm telling y'all, and then go on and research my videos and see how long ago I've been telling y'all about this. Look how long I've been telling y'all about the Paradigm Group in Canada, and look what happened to them. Talk about they can show you not to pay no taxes and all that stuff. And then research all the Europeans that's in jail for that stuff. That European militia and the so-called goofy sovereign citizen Negro, which is an oxymoron. I've been telling y'all this for a plethora of time. So let's stay on the science. I want to be clear. I just want to set a precedent. So when we be speaking, that's why I don't have no one come on here with them games and all this. Hey, the people that wear certain regalia, they're not right. But the regalia is ancient. It's the individual that exudes the wisdom. It's just like if everybody wearing a Yankee hat, would you say the Yankee hat is a killer? No, you say the fool that wore that Yankee hat is a killer.
Right.
That individual. So let's keep it specific. Let's not put it, that's what we have to do. We have to separate ourselves from wisdom and from understanding. When I ask these individuals, what you want your kid to be? Go to college, do all this. Well, what about yourself? Nothing. Huh? Well, like that's an oxymoron. Right. The Constitution never been changed. See, I have to set a precedent. The Constitution has never been changed. So what you're talking about, I asked a person specifically, do you know the 13th, the 14th, the 15th Amendment? Do you know what manumissions are? Do you know what Reconstruction laws are? No, no, no. Do you know the Declaration of Human Rights article? No, no, no. So it's so much that has to be even brought to a floor as a schoolmaster, especially for and when I say new age Moors, I'm not saying with age, I'm just saying YouTube. I say since the so-called, Coco 2020, when it became popular, everybody was sitting on their butt watching YouTube videos, and all the so-called gurus came out. Mm-hmm. I'm just setting the precedent. Hey, I told y'all, a scam artist is only going to go in his own community. Listen, think about the psychosis of this. If this was so, how can I say, a money-making magnet, don't you think it'd be all over? You wouldn't be going to a person or a people that's on welfare, that can't even pay their rent, trying to convince them. You're going to be going to the brother that got the money. You're going to be going to another demographic area. Why? Because what you're saying, you saying you guarantee this much on something. Man, I can't guarantee you that we was on the block selling work. Everything is the assumption of risk. Everything. I'm saying the precedent, and I'm telling the truth, and the truth should make you free. You should got to feel this. If not, that's why people get scammed. Why? Because you got scammed all over your face. You taking classes, you sitting around with you on the internet looking for people talk about, they can show you how to cancel some corporate debt and take some cam classes with some fake credit, some stuff, and you paying for this stupid stuff. See, this is psychosis of us, and then you try to explain that. That's insanity. How can you explain something that a 3-year-old that can read and be Stevie Wonder blind enough to see this is a fraud? I just told you this. Roger Elvick, research it, and then digress. Research Roger Elvick. Everybody on here. I've been telling y'all this for a long time. I'm gonna start going even deeper. So, specifically, I want to stay on topic. I just want you to say that because somebody was like, man, thank you for saying that. You're very welcome, brother. So, a little piece of wisdom I was talking about, and a professor sent it to me. He was like, my kids don't read. I told y'all, in my academia, I've got a lot of books and stuff that was given to me. I know y'all seen this picture, right? Before? Y'all seen this before?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. So it's an introduction to African civilizations with main currents in Ethiopian history. Now, I just want to give a preface because we a DAP class, we a history class. You know, I'm just going to give a little introduction. Very interesting. The saying is still valid. If you want to hide something from a, you know what, put all the wisdom in a book. Still valid today. Still valid today. Still valid today.
Yeah, so it's the Negro mindset, right? That's the ignorant mindset.
We let each other use religion and things. I told y'all, I'm always, listen, I'm in the flesh, so we can always go back and look at things. Man, I'm not going to diss no one that came to a people or to their people and resurrected them. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to say because I understand Noble Drew Ali, I'm going to diss or say Abdullah Hamid Suleiman, or I'm going to diss Deuce Muhammad, or I'm going to diss Edwin Wilman Biden, or Marcus Garvey, or the symbology of the Sphinx, Thotmos. I'm going to show y'all all of this. Queen Tide, you know, Haile Selassie, Ras Desta Dimtao, Akhenaten, Nefertari, Queen Tiga, and Melanet, Alexander Pushkin. Alexander Pushkin. I got all the stuff that's in the book. They got the pictures of them. That's why I say, what are we doing here? The Moorish Science Temple was a place of wisdom. We done got besides ourselves with this YouTube stuff with all these fake people, with all these people mixing truth and falsehood. All they making is videos and then got women on there talking about you could use this to cancel corporate and your sensitivity to this. Let's see your millions. The only money they making is how? Off you to take their course. They ain't making no money. Ain't nothing attached to that but fugazi and barbershop talk. Africans has been fertile in the production of human breeds. This survey of historic man, whether the black type was indigenous there or entered from Asia, does not seriously alter the equation. Even if it were granted that the blacks were not there first, indications are that they will remain in Africa after the Europeans there have perished. Historians dealing with Africa have saw almost as a first premise to prove that given people and given types of historical relics are not indigenous. They follow this with the assertions that blacks have no history and that they have neither created nor contributed to the culture and civilization. It will probably be as difficult to change this notion about the African as it would be changed the crucifixion label placed upon the Jews. On this point, the reflections made during the second quarter of the 19th century by the great philosopher William Frederick Hegel prove this, and I quote eloquently with a silver tongue, family. If Africa is no historical part of the world, it has no movement or development to exhibit. Historical movements in it, this is in its northern part, belong to the Asiatic or European world. Egypt does not belong to the African spirit. What we properly understand by Africa is the unhistorical, undeveloped spirit. Still, on the threshold of world history. See, such pronouncements were accepted at their face value in this great seat of learning in Europe and America. Hegelism, as far as African history is concerned, was not successfully challenged until the appearance of 1890 of works by W.E.B. Du Bois, Leo Frobenius, Arthur F. Chamberlain, Franz Boas, and Carter G. Woodson. Paradoxical as it may seem, the Black race is the world's oldest and youngest race. Youngest because it gets its joy out of laughter, turns sorrow into songs, and insists upon survival through the high procreative powers. Little can be gained by the disputations as the world's oldest race. Nature has attained that too. Life begins where there is heat. The great heat centers of the world are the Sudan in Central Africa, the Nile Valley and Ethiopia in Northeast Africa, and the Kalahari Desert in South Africa. Parallel these, but not quite coordinate. They coordinate. They are heat areas in Central and South America. So the Gabo Desert in Asia, the subcontinent of India, and the distant Australia. Whether we conclude that waves of black men entered Africa from Asia, or the hordes of people from the Nile Valley moved southward to the Cape family, and the results would be the same, namely a reverse migration of misnomer blacks who had earlier moved north, east, and south. And evidence that the black spread into these distant areas is seen in the Elephanta, the Elephanta, the Bombay, the Ellora, the Kanara, and the Hindustan. More evidence may be noted in the Negroid gods of Siam, Siam, and the Negroid Buddhists of India. The same thing is true of the statues at Nagpur, near Benares, and also in Hindu Trinity. So similar were the temples at Dendera in Nubia and the Nile Valley. That's a sepoys, the SEPOIS, in the British service in that area, worship them without any ado. Even in Japan, the early gods are represented with woolly hair. When I show y'all the Gautama Buddha, it is hardly possible that these early people would have made their gods so unlike themselves. The far antiquity of the African is evidenced in the fact that his primitive art and architecture, especially in South Africa, were created before Egypt was Egypt and before Mohenjo-Daro in India was born. Living for millennia amidst the most profuse and variegated flora and under the most direct rays of the sun, because you are sun-kissed. The African developed a sense of beauty and a feeling of rhythm. The Africa, you know, the Afri, the AFRI. I showed y'all on the C. Freeman L chart. We broke this down a plethora of times. Man, I'm just giving a schoolmaster, brothers and sisters. The glacier rim area, or at least in the more northerly climates. So today, for example, the art of the Eskimo gives no motive for a base to what is called modernism, nor have it affected the tempo and rhythm in the modern song and dance. See, these gifts has been revised to the African, likewise in antiquity. I'm gonna show y'all pictures. These same gifts by successive migrations of African people were carried northward in Egypt and hence southward in India. In the later area, these gifts became infused into the Indo-European currents that pooled themselves between 2500 BC family and 2000 BC in southern Eastern Europe. See, the ancient African folk wandering was widespread. Its people Australian and shows its traces in the Vedas. You know, the Vedas that's in your Moorish Quran. I'm telling you, man. Well, let me jump back up to a topic because I'm go to the next topic, but I'm just setting a precedent. In the great civilizations of antiquity, family, the inspiration of poetry and art came from the black race. So when you go back into the Russian icon of Vladimir Ivanov, the book that cost stacks, all the doctoral libraries have them, like Cambridge and Oxford. I have that book. We converted it to a PDF. I have these things for y'all for a small fraction. You have to understand, because they're not ancient black, they're Russian icons. Just like David MacRitchie said, the ancient and Matra Britons. You have to understand what the world was like. The European organized his civilizations and established their laws and governments, but the source from which their art issue was formed to the instincts of the organized civilizers. It lay in the blood of the blacks, that universal power of imagination, which we see involving and penetrating primordial civilizations, came entirely from the ever-increasing influction of blood from the black race into the white race. No disrespect to no one. The African possesses in a higher degree the faculty of emotion from the senses, without which art is impossible. So I just wanted to set a little precedent. I don't want to stay too deep in that, but I want to talk about a little bit of the Arab Moorish civilization and culture. And then I'm gonna show y'all a couple pictures, and then we're gonna move on because we're on good time. Y'all all right still?
Yes, sir. As long.
Oh, we also sponsored by my noble Mayat Sun Tees. You see, I got the big boy out. Mayat Sun Tees, the T of Tees. You know how we do.
As long. As long.
Y'all need a turban. You see, I got my turban on. Right here, you can get it from a sheik. You get a fez, kufi. You see, I got this big green one. I got a couple orders, so I got to cut it. They super long, so I got to cut it for one of my nobles to show them how to wrap it. That's that green, you know. Islam. But back to the science. The story of the great Arab Moorish civilization. And when I say Arab, let's stop right there for brothers and sisters be getting it twisted. You can get the Bertrand Thomas. He wrote a book called The Arab. You can get Vladimir Dale's dictionary of what the ancient Arab is, A-R-A-P, not A-R-A-B, from the scholars, and see what they say. And see what they say about what I'm saying. The story of the great Arab civilization begins with the birth of Muhammad. The celebration personage was born about the year 571 BC. And when you deal with catechism, y'all know what catechism is. Okay, well, Muhammad's supposed to marry a Roman priestess, word and all that science. So, but whatever. That was in 570. We're talking about was born about the year 571 CE. They call it the Christian area. It is claimed by his followers that his birth was heralded by a spectacular display of miracles. Muhammad himself, however, seems to have never suspected that there was anything unusual about either his birth or his career until he was about 30 years of age. When he began to hear strange voices while in a cave on the Mount Hara. His mind sank in religious meditation. The angel Gabriel appeared before him, proclaiming him as Muhammad, the prophet of God. Gabriel brought Muhammad the Quran, or Muhammadan Bible, page by page, as they met clandestinely in the desert. Y'all know what clandestinely means. In Mecca, Muhammad was so unpopular that he was forced to flee to Medina. Here, he was received with open arms in the year 622 CE, known as the Hijra, or the flight, the Hejira, or the flight, which is the beginning of the Mohammedan era. The doctrine of the Arabian prophet spread like wildfire. Its success was based on environment and a gascity of Muhammad. A period of drought had desolated the Arabian Peninsula shortly before the advent of Muhammad, and the tribes were restless. They were ready to listen to a new prophet. The cardinal doctrine Mohammedanism is very simple. There is no God but Allah. Okay, so now let me start right there. So you're talking about monotheism. So you talk about the one God theory, because I know a lot of people from a certain area and they speak Arabic, and Allah just mean God. And then when you say, what's the name of God in Aramaic, is Allah. It just spelled a different way. And Muhammad is the prophet of God. This very simplicity appealed to many. Then large numbers of Christians and Jews were converted because Muhammad also recognized Jesus and Moses as prophets of God. Now, watch this. When I talk about the order of Melchizedek, that's what I'm going to show y'all. You got to understand the order of Melchizedek, which all, listen, out here in Arizona, the pleasure I had going to academia and being able to study and lecture and be a part of houses and try to bring science back to my brothers, to me, it's sad how we only fooled by our own people because others know about it. They study it to a T. And our own people hold it. And some people call them gatekeepers. I just call them nothings. You know what I mean? But you have to understand the order of Melchizedek and what that is. And was Yahshua from the tribe or the brotherhood of Melchizedek? And what was that all about? Absolutely pertaining to the scriptures. But it appealed to people. The doctrine of equality and brotherhood appealed to the oppressed. The doctrine of conquest appealed to the desert tribes. City dwellers were pleased by Muhammad's encouragement of commerce, and the superstitious were flattered by ceremony and ritualism. After becoming the prophet of Allah, Muhammad decided that it was more expedient to spread his doctrine by means of revolution rather than by slower method of evolution. See? He challenged all opponents to mortal combat, saying boldly, I, the last of the prophets, am sent with the sword. Let those who promulgate my faith enter into no argument or discussion, but slay all who refuse obedience to the law. You hear that? Whoever fights for the true faith, whether he fall or conquer, will assuredly receive a glorious reward. Blah, blah, blah. So I want to set that precedent. I want to show y'all a couple pictures, and we're going to proceed. Because I showed this yesterday to a group of students. They were like, well, wait. They were like, slow down, slow down. I was like, they're like, man, that picture it is. I said, yeah. They're like, what is that book? I said, man, I'm going to show. Hold on, I don't even know if I still, okay, I think I got it. Okay, so page 16, I'm going to show y'all a picture of Edwin Wilmot Belden, or Blyden, the great Western Indian scholar and benefactor of the African West Coast. Look at this brother. Y'all see that brother?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Come on, y'all better talk to me. Because I done sent y'all, wait till I start finishing y'all all the Choctaw documents. When it's talk about the 5 tribes, and it's telling you that blackness, you all in there. You're not no slave if you understand this. You letting our own people keep us down like that. Talk about some reparations. I said, man, reparations not for no slave. Slaves don't get reparations. I'm sorry. I already done lecture. I don't even have enough breath to keep saying it. Marcus Garvey, the seer and organizer in our Morris Quran, he was like the forerunner. The forerunner was just like in the Bible to set the table for someone to come, like John the Baptist per se. You know, long ago, Du Bois pictured the mindset. You know how him and Du Bois was going. I don't want to get specific of that, but I just want to show the wisdom that was brought to us. We're not here to diss nobody that did some stuff, but we can add on to it, and we can discuss mistakes. I'll give you something else, y'all. Y'all can be like, yep, if y'all ever heard of this. When I tell brothers and sisters, listen, it's nothing new under the sun. If you're going to teach, you're going to teach. If you're going to teach private, you got to know how to teach private. I'll show you how to teach private. Have your own private platform like we do. So the stuff I give to generality is to open the floor, to try to spark some in your mind, to show you things that you may never see. It's nothing secret. Every scholar have this, and you just don't know. It's in their libraries. A lot of your uncles and aunties that were Masons, they have this stuff, but they'll never tell you. So the Sphinx, I mean, not the Sphinx. Let's see which one I said. Garvey. Okay. So I showed you Garvey on 32. I'll show you Tutmos II, the greatest pharaoh. Look. Y'all see Tutmos, the greatest pharaoh?
Yep.
See that? People be acting like, oh, I be like, man, wait a minute. Hold on now. Like, what you talk about? What Malik said? No, you're not. Well, I got another one. We on good time. We on good time. President and second liberator of Haiti. Here you go, right here. You should know the history of Haiti. We're gonna break that down at another time. So you got who with Henry Christopher liberated Haiti and founded the independent. Y'all know who did that?
Toussaint, like Overture, right?
The Samuels and Penton. Dessalines and Petion. Who with Henry, Henri, Christophe, liberated Haiti and founded independence. Here the brothers go right here. It's a small picture, but here they go. Talk about down here. I'm giving you the proof. You want the proof? I'm giving it to you. Right in your face. Right in your face. We going along. We going along. Okay, let me see what I got on 64. Just want to show you some pictures real fast. Queen Tide, the mother of Akhenaten. See that? Y'all see that?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just showing y'all some pictures now. Here go a typical official of ancient Nubia.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I show y'all this monument in Detroit that I put in the text stream, you're gonna be like, damn, they look alike. Yeah. The stuff I told y'all, man. Right in your face. It's a building been downtown Detroit, big than the mug so art all on the building. You hear me? All ancient art, been standing in everybody's face. Somebody like, man, you just should do a whole documentary. I said, I am, don't even trip. Wait till I go to Florida. I showed y'all the University of Tampa is a Moroccan empire. Forget the hotel before it was the hotel.
Wow.
And of course, I don't know why people be dissing people that did the good. I ain't dissing wisdom. I'm showing you what was done. Here go Haile Selassie, the keeping the gods. But everybody be dissing things. I said, no, take the wisdom and get something from it. Ra Dista Dimtu, the noblest Ethiopian since Menelik. There you go. There go the brother right there. When people like, you got pictures? Yeah, right here. What we talk about? Let me see. Let me see who else I got. Nobles. Oh, okay. Akhenaten, the first religious reformer. Look at that. Look how he look. See that?
Yep.
Nefertari. Let's see. Let me find Nefertari, the wife of Akhenaten.
Yep.
And I think I got Queen Tiga, Manin, and Melanek II. Let me see. Let me find them. Bam. Y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
Alexander Pushkin. Y'all ready for Alexander Pushkin?
You know it.
Y'all know who Alexander Pushkin is?
Yeah,
There we go. There we go. There go Pushkin right there. There go Pushkin. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is what we said. We're not here to belittle no one. And when people say it don't matter, it do matter. History do matter. Well, okay, well, now what we're going to do? We're going to come together on truth. We're going to come together on wisdom. We're going to let the right ones teach. We're going to stop letting, making stupid people popular with all that sovereign citizen stupid stuff, with all that canceling corporate debt, all that dumb stuff. We are economic. We are electric. We're going to use what we know how to do what we know how to do. Lawfully. You know, Islam, talk to me, man.
Islam.
So, let me get some libations. That's that good coconut water. So we're gonna give a little bit of history, of Moorish history, and if time permits, I'll give a little Adapt wisdom. You know, I hope y'all got your pens. And anybody here on YouTube, man, I want y'all to come to class. I teach private class with all my Adapts on here. You know, wisdom that is not for the public. And that's why I teach my private classes. That's why I share certain documents and things with my muftis that I don't share on the social media. Why? Because I have the right to. That's why I'm not worried about nobody taking something and saying this person here. If I'm a teach, I'm a teach. But it's certain things. If I say I have a selected court and I can teach privately for those that I want to do, I can. So let's proceed. We talk about history and documents. We'll talk a little bit about the Washita Moors. I sent the document to my muftis earlier. I don't know if you want to put it up. Maybe not. You don't have to, Noble Moso. But we'll just talk about it a little bit. Like right on the back of it, when you can see that picture on there, Noble, you see that Olmec head with those braids on the side. And a lot of people never show the side of the Olmec head and the helmets. A lot of people don't show the maps that we have historically, which all y'all have with Granada on them and all that. And if you have the time to put that up real fast, Moso, just to make, you know, if people want to just see what we're talking, there my brother goes. See, my brother be on it. On it. I be on it. You see those braids. You can see with your face. And all this stuff is in, when people go to Cancun, the museum is not too far. Go check it out. Why still there? Go check it out while it's still there. You know? And so when you see those maps and things, I just want to talk about the Amuru Washington D. Dahundahai Moors. The M-U-U-R-S or the M-O-O-R-S were originally a group of priests from Egypt, of the West Old Egypt, also known as the Dogon Olmec Mayans. The term Washita is a corruption of Urashta, U-R-S-A-H-T-A-W, the father and mothers of the mystics. In Egyptian, Urashta is Urasat, U-R-R-A-S-H-E-T. It's the winged sun disk, which symbolizes the highest knowledge, the pineal gland being open. The Sumerian god, Amur, A-M-U-R-R-U, is actually the origin to the words like Amori or Amiri or Amaru, which are root words to America, where you A-M-U-R-R-U-K-A. America is actually a corruption of Amen Ra-Ka. Amen, Amen Ra-Ka. Amen Ra-Ka. Amak Ra-Ka. It's strange how everything comes from the Egypt of the West, which is old Egypt, you know? So, because the god is a pre-dynastic deity or Atlantean god, is from the Americas. The Ta or the Judah is from the Americas because the territory, you know? Judah territory, which covered Mexico. Ta, Utah, Judah territory, which covered Mexico and several states. California, Utah, Nevada, Arizona. I can show y'all here, Arizona, all this stuff. And then you try to see some damn, no disrespect, Christopher Columbus parks. But all Arizona is indigenous and they know it. Oklahoma, Missouri, and Texas. Even Ta was also the chief god of Luxor in Memphis, Tennessee, which was in the Americas. Think about it. Like Brian say, wrap your mind around it. Egypt was once the capital. What you say, Brian? Say it again.
Now I say, think about it. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying?
Come on.
Egypt was once the capital of the world. the Pharaoh gave the ancient Moabites or the Moors from Moab, Utah, which was Judah, the permission to settle Morocco, India. So therefore, when you look up Morocco, India, it would tell you that it was founded in probably 1851, based off the Morocco that is in northern or North Africa. But the only problem is that Morocco that is in North Africa wasn't founded until around 1956. So you go with Morocco that is in the old world, America, as being ancient Morocco. The Moabites from the tribe of Ta or Utah, Judah called America, Al-Maruk, America, which is another root word for, America, the Al-Muraka that you be seeing. I be trying to tell Moors what make us, but they don't be hearing me. The last of the Al-Marican government fell in 1956 with the abolishment of the consular courts. And everybody talking about some consular courts. I said, well, if a Moor kill a U.S. citizen, that Moor want to be judged in the same parameters as that U.S. citizen. What you talking about? Oh, I don't know. I know you don't know. So go have a seat. That Fez came a dunce hat. The court when black people accepted. Why we were abolished? Because the consular court when black people accepted what? Civil rights over their what? Natural rights. You hear these Negroes fighting over some 14th Amendment slave stuff? Listen to these fools. Here is a definition of consular court: a tribunal convened by public officials who reside in a foreign country to protect the interests of their country for the settlement of civil cases based upon situations that happen in foreign nations, and which is held pursuant to authority granted by treaty. The 1787 Morocco Treaty, Peace and Friendship, was that treaty. A consular court exercises criminal jurisdiction in some instances, but its determinations are reviewable by the courts of the home government. The last of the U.S. consular courts of Morocco was established in 1956. So the 1787 Moroccan Treaty of Peace and Friendship was a means to try to stop all of the fighting over land. So the Moors brought the Europeans to the table to form a peaceful two-system government, one for the Moors and one for Europeans. Evidence of this two-system government can be found on the back of a $1 bill. Notice the two seals. And please stay in context. People, don't be taking this stuff out of context, please. This is for educational purposes only. Don't be making up no stuff. Talk about, I heard, no. I don't care if you read some UCC stuff, man. I'm telling you, that mess don't mean nothing because you don't know the language. So I'm setting the precedent. The seal of the Great Pyramid with an eye open above it. This is a Moor seal. The bald eagle holding 13 arrows. You say, what, Noble? Well, I thought my brother said something. Is the seal for the other nation. You got to see the two-system government is the consular court, which was the Moorish court system. It was abolished 1956, according to the definition. The consular court was granted its authority by the treaty. That is the 1787 Morocco Treaty of Peace and Friendship. No disrespect, European, Arabian, Trinidad, whatever you want to call it, had and still do have their court system, but it's just their system now. And I'm not saying with no disrespect, I'm just giving science. Remember in the book Empress Verdice, Tierra, Washita, Turner, Gostin, Elbay, in The Return of the Ancient Ones, that 85% of the blacks over here in America were already here before the slave trade. Only 15% of blacks come from Africa. You can read in the One World Tartarians. Read it. I got the book for y'all. It tell you the history. It tell you, I don't know what y'all talk about the Europeans, like you got to be crazy. This means that there is suppressed history of misnomer blacks being a global people. So-called Pangea proved that all of the continents were connected. So migration to and from Africa and to other places was that simple and easy. You can see expeditions like the Ra expeditions. It can prove that the ancient Egyptians, the sun boats, were capable of global travel. And I got videos of European professors showing it, like they've been had boats. What are you talking about? Additionally, temples have been built and named after Egyptian gods. Hieroglyphics has been found in the Grand Canyon. I got my master's degree from Grand Canyon. I got pictures of what's there. Remember in Oklahoma in the 1800s, a stele of Pharaoh Akhenaten, Imhotep, Moses of the Bible was found and the Ultimate Disaster by Richard Noon. Research, write what I'm telling y'all down, man. Research ICE, The Ultimate Disaster by Richard Noon. And then, yes, it's some stuff in America, BC that I can fact check, but it's some facts in there. It's some science in there. The alabaster egg of a culture of King Tut was found in Idaho. The book Africans and Native Americans by Jack Forbes. This is what he states. The slave trade started in America. And the slaves were taken mostly to Spain and Europe. When the Spanish came to America, they found the Indians, the black people who are with God, end quote. Because an 1828 Webster Dictionary says, what is American? The copper color races, found here by the Europeans. You can't find that was already here. All of the evidence proved that blacks are the oldest natives in America, hands down. Why is this information suppressed? Why is our brothers and sisters afraid of it? Well, no disrespect. Even our own people, when I say Eurocentric and Negrocentric propaganda, want you to believe that misnomer blacks only came to Africa to keep the land they have taken and not feel so guilty about it. If you can distort the history of the bloodshed for the land, you can appear more humane. That's exactly what happened. See, it was a history book after they were firmly established to tell history more humanely. The American history books has been a great success because it has most of the world blind as to what really happened. And if I didn't know what I was talking about, how could I graduate from academia? How could I graduate from Grand Canyon University with a dual master's degree? How? How can I lecture on campus? How can I lecture and help people graduate? Speaking like this, how? The Amure Washington Dehundehai Moors lay claim to the following land through bloodline. The De Borden estate, known as the Imperial International Estate of the Bourgogne Habsburg Empire, which includes Western Europe, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Sicily, Naples, Sardinia, Spain, Portugal, as well as most of North America, Caribbean, in addition to Central and South America. All of North America west of the Imperial Demarcation Line, 1713, or British Royal Proclamation Line, 1763. This is the breakdown of the royal imperial bloodline for the Washita Moors. The young heir to the French throne. King Louis married the youngest heiress to Washington Tunic throne. Amiaria, their imperial marriage would become official in 1795, pursuant to the convenience of Spanish land grants bestowed upon the young heir, King Louis, and his wife and his heirs, Amiaria. These two would also receive the imperial Spanish land grant of 1763. As a recipient of both the 1762 and the 1795 Spanish land grants family, King Louis became known as Marquis de Maison Rouge, owner of Louisiana and Florida. Research what I'm saying. Upon the death of Ameria and King Louis, the titles of Louisiana, Dauphin, and Regent Marquis de Maison Rouge were conveyed to the next in line, to the imperial French crown, Louis Francis Joseph de Bourbon, Prince de Conti, 1734-1814, the son of Louis de Bourbon, Prince de Conti, 1717 and 1776. Research this stuff, y'all. All the stuff is there. And then at the end, Henry Joseph Turner became the recipient of the 1762 and 1795 imperial Spanish land grants, making him the third Marquis de Maison Rouge. And then, as our prophet, Noble Drew Ali, he was the fifth Marquis de Maison Rouge by and through his mother, Eliza, a daughter of Sarah Tunic and Henry Joseph Turner. Corella Turner, aka Tunic, is the sister of the prophet Noble Drew Ali. Corella's son, John Gaston, is married to a direct descendant of Ameria and King Louis, Verdice Tierra Washington, aka Washita. Empress Verdice is the sovereign. Her union with John Gaston makes him the sixth Marquis de Maison Rouge. So the royal imperial or imperial bloodlines have never been broken before. Ownership of most of North America. Other lands belong to Verdice Tierra Washington and her husband. the Sixth Marquis de Mason Rouge, John Gostin. They are the rightful owners of most of America and the lands elsewhere. This can be researched. John Jay, the first Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, once said, "Those who own the country ought to govern it. I've proven the Washita Moors, M-U-U-R-S, M-O-O-R-S, own most of North America and lands elsewhere through the property right of the current Queen and King Verdice, Tierra Washington, and her husband, the Sixth Marquis de Mason Rouge, John Gostin. Therefore, they should govern it according to the Supreme Court Justice, John Jay." So I'm just giving you history, given the secret treaty of San Defonso of 1800, the de Bourbon Charles, King of Spain, succeeded to the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, the seaport city of New Orleans. Only note the whole of Louisiana. So what Napoleon ceded to the U.S. President Thomas Jefferson family was the port of New Orleans, not the whole of Louisiana, as claimed by the U.S. in the so-called Louisiana Purchase Treaty of 1803. See, this in fact has been secured in the secret treaty of San Defonso on October the 1st, 1800. Research the secret treaty to the unlawfulness of the Louisiana Purchase. Research what I'm saying. The U.S. President Thomas Jefferson sent Robert Livingston to purchase Louisiana Purchase from Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon only had the power to sell the harbor city of New Orleans to the United States, according to the secret treaty. Napoleon violated international law by selling the city without consent from Spain, making the deal null and void. The Washington received no money from the Louisiana Purchase, and the purchase exceeded its boundaries by covering over 15 states and parts of Canada, which were never part of the deal, family. So the United States took land without giving the Washita due process and equal protection of the law, which should have come in the form of a hearing and a compensation of the land. This never transpired. Therefore, the land was unlawfully taken from the Washita by the government. You can just research what I'm telling you. So as a result of the research, the evidence and the fact that according to an article of the United States Constitution, it's a treaty and the supreme law of the land, and the 14th and the 5th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, and the pursuit of due process and equal protection of the laws. The United States, in direct violation of constitutional and international laws by copying Florida and 15 current U.S. states and 2 Canadian provinces, better known as the Louisiana Purchase. We just study this in academia, y'all. You know? So it's so much that we can talk about here, but it'll take so long. That's why I say come to class. You can have the documents. You can read them for yourself. You can compare them. Because just like when we talk about names of America, like Amuru or Amaru, A-M-U-R-R-U, according to the Webster's 1936 Universal Dictionary. Hey, I'm calling you. Yeah. Dictionary, the word American is defined as Aboriginal. I just told y'all, or one of the various copper-colored natives. I hope y'all researching what I'm saying. Found on the American continents by the Europeans. Don't that make you scratch your head? My misnomered black brothers. Somebody say, talk to me. Somebody.
Islam.
Come on, man. The original application of the name was Amur, A-M-U-R-R-U. Don't that sound fun? Come on, man. To derive this point, Amur, the Westerner, the serpent, the dragon, home of all the names of the Native American tribes, trace back to the title, serpent, dragon, Naga, N-I-G-G-A, which makes sense because the worship of the serpent, the dragon, the Kundalini, the ascension, the chakra, the alignment was the chief symbol in the Americas. The flag of Mexico is the eagle, the phoenix, killing the serpent, the dragon. Mexico, a Mexican, Olmec, the old Mexican, was part of the Washita, Washita, ex-Moors Empire, and Mexico used to cover South, Central, North America. Mexico used to extend all the way up into Canada, my brothers and sisters. When you see the attached image of the 1810 map of the Viceroyalty of Spain, you will see Rome is the eagle. And you can see Spain took a lot of land from the Moors, from the Nagas, from the serpents. And the map does not show how big La Florida, aka Florida's, once was. But it's another map of Florida. Florida was once so big it covered several states according to the attachment of the 1657 Sanson map of La Florida, aka the Floridas, which used to be part of Washita proper, aka Louisiana country. And you also got to notice how the Moors were known as Tamericans or Tamericans, Tamerikaans, because it's the first word on the 1657 map banner. Tameri, Tameri, was an ancient name of Egypt. This evidence suggests that the Americas is Old Egypt or the Egypt of the West. We almost done. Nova Scotia, New Scotland was in Canada. Wakanda. You know how they put you in the movie Wakanda? Wakanda, aka Conan Land, Khananland. Nova Scotia was also called Acadia, Acadi, or Akkadia, as in a city in ancient summer. Sound familiar? Nova Scotia, aka Acadia. Acadia was also in America or America because the Acadia National Park, which covers Maine family and New England states, it covers New England states, is in America. Maine and the New England territory has rich Vikings, the Danes, history, and the area was called Nova France, aka New France. Nova Scotia was also called France. So we have a strong connection. And I even found a 1580 map of America by Clover Phillip from the Stanford College University Library that verifies that a portion of Canada and New England states were once called France. See? And people know this. The maps is there. You can look these maps up. You can zoom in for yourself and see Nova France on the map. 1562 map of America by Spanish cartographer. Remember I broke down cartographers in another lecture. Here go another cartographer. His name is Diego Gutierrez, Diego Gutierrez, Gutierrez, from the Library of Congress. And this map shows Francisca, Noble, Francisca, Francisca, which is France, and the mythical golden city of Nuremberg that was allegedly built by Vikings. And the map also showed you Moscow, Russia, Ross, Asia, Russ-ASIA, Clan Ross, or Andros, or Andrews. Well, so much of Nuremberg being a myth because it had to be real for it to be on an authentic map of the Library of Congress. So yes, the original French were the Franks, the Clan Ross, the Russ, the Andrews, the Andros, and they were French Moors, M-A-U-R-S, Blackamoors, aka Berbers, Merovingians, M-E-R-O-V-I-N-G-I-N, and my dad show you Amazigians, come on, man, Amazigians, free. It also explains why you have a French Quarter in Louisiana, and they also refer to themselves as Acadians or Acadians. I got proof of this. You know, it comes from a European. Told the truth, entitled Break Down Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, The Orphan Origins, The True Acadians, and the Indigenous by Deciphering the Devil's Detail. It breaks down, demonstrating the original French were Moors or Moors. These is facts. This is history. Y'all should be liberated. I keep telling you, you're not no Negro. Even the Sumerians who worship Amor were the Amorites. You can get the word America very easily from Amor, A-M-O-R, A-M-E-R, Amir Ka, Amirik Khan, K-H-A-N, Al-Marik Khan, A-L-M-E-R, K-H-A-N, A-L-M-E-R-I, K-H-E-M, A-L-M-E-R, R-A-K-A, Al-Morocco, Al-Morocco. because we're ancient Semitic, you out? Oh, because we're ancient Semitic and Kemetic languages like Hebrews and Aramaic, the vowels are interchangeable. You heard what I said? Ancient Semitic and Kemetic languages like Hebrew and Aramaic, the vowels are interchangeable. Let's play with both Amur, A-M-U-R-R-U, and Amor, A-M-O-R, to see how many Americans or Amoricans we can come up with. It's so much. M-U-U-R, M-U, Lemura, L-E-M-U-R-A, M-E-R, M-A-U-R, M-E-U-R, M-E-R-O-E. The word America, for example, A-M-A-U-R-K-A, America, America, Almaruk, Almarak. I mean, so much. Maruca, Amexima, Mexico. The etymology is very powerful and true science. The Exi Anu people, aka y'all, the Olmecs, are the first inhabitants of the Americas. The Olmec heads have been carbon dated to over 5,000 years old. I mean, I can go so deep with this, man. You know, also you have to add zeros behind 5,000 years because William Niven found over 2,800 Egyptian style artifacts in the Valley of Mexico, which dates over 50,000 years old. The Olmec heads were found in the same region that William Niven, William N-I-V-E-N, found his artifacts. So we have a strong connection here to suggest that the Olmecs heads are easily over 50,000 years old. And academia tries to modern day man in the time frame of 6,000 years. But all the European scholars, Albert Churchward, research signs and symbols of the primordial man. I have these books and these documents for you. I'm telling you. But academia tries to say modern man time frame is some stupid 6,000 years in accordance with Christianity and the Bible creation story. But it can't be true. If we got artifacts older than the Bible, that a person with any type of brains and science should be like, okay, we ain't talking about the whole existence of the world. We're talking about a certain area or a certain instance or a certain dispensation. And this explains why our timelines are completely off, because the pyramids and other megalithic structures are much older than what academia claims they are, brothers and sisters. Watch this. Olmec is also the origin of the word Mexico. Olmec equals Old Mexican. When the Olmecs, who were survivors of the Atlantis disaster, breed in with the Berber Moors from Morocco, India, the union of the two created the Washoe people, the Washita Moors, aka the Raccoon people. The union of the Olmecs and the Moroccan Moors also created the Al-Moroccan Empire. Also in this thread is the Northern or the North Carolina Negro law that states that the Negroes are the descendants of the ancient Berbers. The Berbers were the Moroccan Jews. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? I hope somebody should be, come on. Olmecan, Al-Moroccan, also Al-Moroccan is derived from raccoon, which is one of the nicknames for the Washita Moors, and the Coons is still used to this day as an insult to the Moors because they know who we are. Also, Coon is also referring to the Kundalini energy or the sex energy that flows up and down the human spinal column, because the Coon was actually a noble title, just like serpent used to be, because it's the energy that you must raise up the 33rd or the 33 spinal vertebrae with the science of the holy breath, aka the Holy Spirit, so that you can walk with the Creator, or to be one with the Creator, or to be in harmony with life. Because the Washita, the Washington, the Wicca, the Utah, the Utah were direct descendants of the Olmecs, who were survivors of the Atlantis disasters. So the Olmecs were not from Africa. There have been no Olmecs head found in Africa. So no, the Olmecs did not come from Africa. The name Washita comes from Washita River, which flows along northwest Texas and Oklahoma to the Red River family, where the Cheyenne or the Cheyenne Native Americans live, with the Choctaw, meaning raccoon people or the Coon people. So the Washoe were a tribe of Moors who lived above New Orleans Bayou, the Bay, and were of Tunican, aka Turner, linguistic stock. The name Washita is a derivative from the Aquita or the Ukata, Ouachita, or what is now Whitaker or Wichita. The term is a Choctaw term, which means big arbor, which represents the grass thatched arbor homes that the people lived in. See, this is education. The Washita Moors and the show and prove who owns America. It's no disrespect to no one. Y'all still with me?
Indeed, no.
Wow.
Anybody want to add a little bit? Because I'm gonna give a little bit of this, of that wisdom, about 10, 15 minutes, and we out of here. Just to show my brothers that we got something here for y'all. And there's nothing hidden from nobody. You're just not introduced to the wisdom. It's like having a good sensei. If you come from a martial arts group and say your sensei, there's no disrespect from your sensei. Say he's maybe sloppy, not in shape, always late. The dojo is not open. It's not clean. Your uniforms are sloppy. You know, he don't eat right. He's not a true teacher. He hide wisdom. No disrespect, you know, and you may have learned something. You may have not. But if it's something more, you add on to it. You don't diss nothing. You add on, because you can leave anything in good standing. So if you learn something, what not to do or what to do, and you want to add to it, then my brothers and sisters, you must go on. You must go on, because that's what we're supposed to do as brothers. So I'm gonna give a little bit of prefaces of that wisdom, and then we out of here. You know, I'm not gonna be long, but I just want to give a little preface, you know, to the spiritual path. But truth are for those who see beyond the real. The world and beyond is ruled by symbols. Therefore, the Bible equals collection of scriptures written through the power of symbology. The Old Testament equals old consciousness, left side of the brain. The New Testament equals consciousness, the right side of the brain. Jews in the Bible, genetic principles, representation of the elements, and what will they become in life. So history equals records of the past. Meditation equals very important. The Kabbalah equals science dealing with the body. The cross, body of the four elements. The light, realization of what God can potentially be. Five-pointed star equals the body. Wings equal soul or spirituality. The rose equal the soul. Priesthood equals the keepers of traditions, not revealers of truth, but keepers of traditions. The Masonic grip equals sign of communicating between initiates and fraternal brothers and sisters. Metaphysics, branch of philosophy that investigates the principles of reality. The universe is composed of 90% of dark matter. So 9 equals the brothers, the sisterhood of man, or the cosmic oneness of the universe. Is accomplished artists and great thinkers who are inspired by universal truths. The circle and the dot, the 6 and the 9 ether, or the mother's womb. So if you don't have self-knowledge, it shows that you can be easily manipulated. If you do not have self-knowledge of yourself, you will not know, in a sense, who you really are. The two parts of a whole with you that you must know and understand overall is the indigenous man and woman that have always been a part of you. And we are here to recreate or resurrect or bring back the true knowledge, the kingdom of the spirit, the balanced forces that we call Maya over effect or Hanapku. Now the creator, which we call today God for a lack of a better term, is the creative power, the mind of God within you, the universal all, or the all in all per se. And when it comes to understanding, my brothers and sisters, understanding consciousness, the exoteric equals the external aspect of basic knowledge, while the esoteric equals the deeper or the internal aspect of universal knowledge. It is for no one to claim or belongs to anyone or group. The esoteric knowledge is that which is specialized or advanced in nature, only available to a narrow circle of enlightened, initiated, or highly self-educated people. So therefore, the field notes, I'm going to give a little bit more because I'm trying to court my brothers and sisters to get you away from spookism. I'm telling you, all my Jehovah Witness brothers and sisters, they be like, well, I just didn't know. You know, because I got your little blue book. But the field notes, the cipher of the 13th Sephirah. I'm breaking the cipher down for y'all. Hope y'all ears are clear. The Y equals the Asila, the A-T-Z-I-L-U-T-H, the fire, the sight. The H equals the Bra, the air, the hearing. The Y equals the Zithra, the water, the taste. The H equals the Asa, the earth, the smell. That's the YHWH. The Hebrew or the Kumedu or the Kumedu equals the term for the fire language. Therefore, the truth is that the pyramids are a symbol of musical instruments used to maintain and also stabilize the harmony of the planet. Also, all is mind, and mind is movement because sound like geometry and number. Therefore, we have to understand this stuff. So watch how some secret numbers may come. These forces are always complementary. The forces are not human, they are cosmic. These were different energies that became demonized. Agreeable and disagreeable are energies, and the only evil that exists is your own ego. So don't get locked down to one area of study. Just like in more science, we don't gravitate to one science where we miss the essence of the rest. You cannot say you know Sheik and you and Adapt and you don't understand the triple roads, the synchronicity of the three sciences, the Paraclete, the Fatimid, or the Jerusalem per se, and the heart center that corresponds to the three phases of darkness, or a state without shape, or from called the none, equals cosmic waters. Because if your dad, I don't care if you're a lower level Mason, my Prince Hall Mason brothers, they don't even know what the hell I be talking about. I be asking what y'all be doing in there. Because if you teach us something, you should bring it to all the young brothers in the hood, the gangbangers, the Crips and Bloods. You should be bringing it to brothers like, come about that Lord stuff. Let's do something right, like we doing here. But a Mason breaks down as a child of the sun. It's African knowledge. This is African knowledge. 1 is in the mind of man. 2 is the womb of woman. The Afra, the AFU, the Ra equals the flesh of Ra, or flesh equals the gift of the creator within you. The Africa equals the great ancestral body of Ra inside the mother's womb. See, these is facts from the Meta Netter. The AF equals the body, spirit, body. Also the mother's womb. The RI, the RE, the Ra equals the life force, the vibration state of being. The entrance, brothers and sisters. The doorway, brothers and sisters. The entrance of a sacred temple. The Ka equals the divine essence, the spirit of God within man, within woman. See? So numbers, reformation of old and outdated ideas. See? The temple of man on page 67. I'm giving you the science. I got a little bit more time and I'm done. I'm giving it to you on a silver platter. The Western man, it has become very difficult to discern the truth from the false. And so he attaches all value to the product of his work, which, however, contributes absolutely nothing to his reality. That is, to the widening of his consciousness, the aim of his existence. He has forgotten that it is only the love that he puts into his work, only the quest to live at one with the life of the material he fashions, which can argument his humanness. See, page 98. I'll be telling people what you living for. Numbers are then no longer merely notations that designate quantities, but the expressions of living functions. Noble Malik said it earlier, we was working out. You got to use it. This is a hika. This mathematic have to be holistic. You got to use it. Each number has a personality, and each personality has two sides belonging to the one, because there is a creative function definable at the origin. Everything should be able to be resolved again by the function. Thus then, this is the theory of numbers and the only true philosophy. All the rest is but imaginary projection. That's why when I'm telling brothers, they be like, they struggling. And I say, how are you struggling? You got any missing limbs? No. How are you out of shape? Tell me why. You doing this? This all you. When I talk about the sacred records, it's a scroll. It's called the 3V. The 3V3. It's the sacred records of Adam Ra, the Black Book. I'm giving y'all wisdom. I'm going to stop in a minute. It's on page 257 and 258. Too many such as the Freemasons, the Shriners, the Knights of Columbus, the Alhambra, the Rosicrucians, the Theosophical Society, Astara, and their many sub-chapters and degrees depend on geometric mathematics as the keys to their secrets. But I told y'all, just like Noble Drew Ali said, he's here to reveal all the secrets. I am too. I can go deeper because I'm in the flesh. You don't have to go through it. I've been to the lion's den. I told y'all. I'm coming with wisdom. Brother should have been here. It ain't nothing nobody, European, Black, Freemason, whatever they is or whatever they think, that mess means nothing. Not right here. Not right here. The secret degrees and the study of the FC. It's on page 107. But Masonry stresses the need for knowledge in the fifth science, which is geometry. There is no longer a secret. It cannot be hid because it is written in the structure of things. Brothers and sisters, well, I said that a lower level Mason, that's snowman wisdom. That's in meteorology, that's when water freezes. It ain't no glory in no snowman that took some oath that I got some potentate, but then turn around and say they're a child of God. How? The Temple Man on page 46. The esotericism should not be understood as a secret writing, but rather as a spirit of the letter. That is to say, that which cannot be transcribed clearly, not because there is any desire to conceal it, but because of cerebral intellects, inaptitude for comprehending it. We already done this. Darkness equals the light that the human brain cannot comprehend. It just so happens that the secrets, they are bound by oath to keep secret, just so happen to be the truth to free you from your grave of ignorance. You know? I mean, I told y'all, and listen, no disrespect. It's a book called The Secrets of Masonry by Elijah Muhammad, because they were Masons. Farrakhan was a Mason too. You're 32-degree Mason. That's snowman wisdom. The Craft and the Crescent, Freemasonry and the misnomer Black Muslim movement in America. There are 4 reasons why Masons kept the secrets a secret. Knowledge for the wrong reason can be used as a destructive tool. That's why our Kemetic ancestors put us through a rite of passage. Why? It's right in your Bible. I told y'all, brotherhood is like sweet oil coming down to your head, to your beard, to your shirt. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. It was a way of preventing misuse of knowledge. It was a way of preserving the tradition through the ages. In relation to the European mindset, they are afraid that once you rediscover the truth, they lose control. People in secret orders for various reasons like to power trip, but not all of them. Because I know a lot of Europeans, they'll tell you that they are son of a Muslim. And then I see a whole bunch of misnomer Black, misnomer Masons, they'll tell you that they're a widow's son. That is crazy to me. But they don't want that to happen because they have nothing. Knowledge only begins to, knowledge only belongs to the Creator and no one else. No one has bragging rights over it. Europeans, Negroes can't go past 33 degrees of knowledge because of their clarification of the pineal gland, preventing them from seeing beyond the literal. Whereas the African, the indigenous, the original, the uncorrupted mindset, the 360, the 720, the 33 times 3 degree of the universal knowledge, something that must be experienced, as there is not a soul that knows everything for sure. As all people that are knowledgeable have something to contribute to the whole. For them to give away the secret was to give away the mystery and nothing more. It's something that cannot be sold. It has to be experienced. The secret was knowledge, your knowledge concealing their teachings through the numerical values. Pure thought cannot be received by the unprepared mind. The light of the pure thought is too strong for the unprepared man's eyes, especially when he or she sees it for the first time. Because the mysterious Sphinx on page 6 by Hilton Hotima, the secret is to know. The secret is that all comes from you. The rites that they go through are for them and them only. You only need to understand their underlying principles. If you take a look at it like this, my brothers and my sisters, in the old days, each clan taught a specific discipline, varying from masonry, divinization, astronomy, ancestry worship, Kabbalah, yoga, that's like knowledge, order, rhythm, astrology, astronomy, nature, herbal medicine, energy flow, and the list goes on. Indigenous peoples, we are keepers of sacred rites that are passed down generation after generation. That's what you get here at the BBT. When we a tribe of family, look what we do. We work out together. We meditate together. We own land together. We get ready to have our 5th Moors Ball. We have companies together. I mean, I'm right here sipping on my Maya Sun tea. I mean, look, come on. We got our own fezzes. We produce our own fezzes, MoorsHaberdasher.com. We produce our own turbans. We got our own music group, BHB Music. We got our own person that do all our graphics at ALO Design Pros. My noble Malik Reed Elder, our trainer. We are a community, and our doors is open, and we need everybody, you know? So I'm gonna go a little bit more and we done. You know, is that all right? I got about 5 more minutes. Is that all right, y'all?
It's long. It's long.
Okay.
That's all right.
Thank you, my brother. Islam, brother. Thank you for the donation. Okay. Each initiative is a keeper of the knowledge that is sacred to him or her. I said sacred. There are many closed communities today that maintain these sacred rites. The keeping of these secrets for the, no disrespect, European was to prevent the black family from finding the knowledge. C. Freeman L. told us this, and I'm telling you this today. I love all my Masonic brothers and sisters. If it ain't no secret, you don't need to join that lower stuff. Why would you join some lower science and the science right here reigns supreme at? And they know it, and you know it, and the European Masons will be like, why y'all want to join that? And not the Melchizedek in y'all face. Because if y'all don't want it, we'll take them. I'm preventing. I've been showing y'all. I'll show y'all so many emails I get from European Albions. Like, well, the only thing is I'm European. Would you teach us in our group? I keep telling y'all, I'm going to be gone in a minute. Not for no dollar, but I'm going to be gone. Brothers and sisters, y'all got to understand this. I'm doing charity. Brother should have been attached on to this. All fertility symbols has 2 meanings. 1, a creative principle. 2, a destructive principle. Especially for my lower level brothers that think they want to be some Masons, I'm still giving the schoolmaster because I ain't just blew the whole ship up yet. I'm trying to give you a chance to jump the hell off. Interesting to note that the fossil skulls of the Neanderthal man, approximately 1,000 years old, indicated that they had larger brains, and brains was heavier than that of the so-called modern man. On page 198, The African Holistic Health by Dr. Africa, the Masonic institution is a fragmented piece of consciousness that is part of a whole organism within our astrological solar system. Wisdom is associated with the nonverbal right hemisphere of your brain, while understanding is associated with the verbal left hemisphere of the brain. Understanding involves verbal thoughts. Wisdom is pure nonverbal thought. Understanding is the level where separation and division exists. Therefore, wisdom is the level where all men and women together are one. It is only below the level of wisdom that people are separated into different individuals. And we feel based upon our misuse of the Ankh, which is the power. That's when we created the so-called devil. All of the races are a varied degree, no disrespect, of a hybrid or mix of races, different genetic stock, which is nothing more than a breakdown of melanin, or the story of Atum and the Heliophilian Enei. The 666, the number of the beast. Of course, we can break down genetic codes. We know all that. We know the foundation of the creation. We know that. Then there is 777 and 888, representing transcendence and Godhead. It's obvious that civilization and religion existed long before the time of means, but no other record has survived. That's in the Theology of Sex by Sabrina Asset. See, I'm talking something that y'all like should know. To understand the mysteries of the Holy Bible, one needs to study the Egyptian teachings, because most of our hidden, marvelous Judeo-Christian wisdom that are contained in the scriptures was transmitted to us by the priests of Ra from Egypt. It's on page 129. They know what I'm saying. You can get the book Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James. I told you, all that history, Greek history, is nothing but stolen Egyptian history. It's just a fact. The story of Moses, Jacob, Joshua, Jesus, and so many others in the Bible is tied to Egypt. You need to return to the original teachings, which were unalterably carved on the walls of various tombs and pyramids, long before we knew anything about ethnic divisions of the world. The only way to decipher a true scientific meaning, family, to the ancient wisdom is to compare the old teachings of the world, which are the Egyptian Hindu myths. You can find that on page 130, from The Sacred Cosmic Marriage, The Secrets of the Egyptian Mystery School Teachings by Willie Gaspar. I got all these books for y'all. So I'm gonna stop right there because we've been going an hour in. I don't want to go too far. I just want to spark things for my brothers and sisters to begin to look at things, to begin to not be afraid, you know, and come to class and learn. That's what we have Adapt class for. And Sunday school, we're here to teach for our spirit, to resurrect teachings, to show you, like, listen, man, be proud of something. Get off your knees. And that's what I'm here to teach my brothers and sisters, for us to come back to oneness. But if anybody got any questions? Nobody?
No, sir. Gratitude, Noble.
Y'all got the documents, man. Check them out. Go over for yourself. Any questions? Y'all know we can get into any conversations. Anybody that's here, y'all know how to get with us. Our doors are always open for brothers and sisters to come along. We're not here to argue with brothers. We're not even going to waste our time doing that. This is a safe place to ask things. If you're doing things wrong, then, and you know it, this is the place where it's going to be exposed. More science is for the family. There's nothing criminal about more science. And if you want to learn, this is the place where you can learn. If not, I'm not for you. You can continue to jump all over if you're looking for something. And nobody can sell you freedom. We're here at the school and a brotherhood. And that's how this works. So if you want to learn, and you want to learn history, you want to sit down and resurrect your understanding, and your divine side and your spiritual side come together, then this is the place. So once again, I give y'all honor and gratitude, and thank y'all for your time. Islam, like I said, anybody got else anything? If not, let's do our Moorish American prayer and we out of here.
Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Shalom Aleichem, Ayah Asher Ayah. Peace, 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 love and light.
Peace, peace, peace. And Nobles, if y'all want anything, Nobles, start hitting me up. Y'all got my email. It's going across the screen. GoodmanKareem@gmail.com. I'll give y'all gifts. Just like another Noble be getting all his books from me. He said, man, you say it every time. And I just want to say this. He was like, man, I can't believe people jump on your page and they're not getting all these books from you, all these documents that you be sharing on TikTok. People getting this stuff from me for small dollars that cost on Amazon. They don't mind. A lot of documents you can't even get on Amazon. A lot of books, they don't have them PDF. And people be like, they're proud to pay. They're like, if I'm gonna get the book on Amazon, they're like, I'd rather get this PDF or have you print it and bind it because it means something to them. This is what I'm telling my brothers and sisters. You don't have to assume. We right here. Come to class, learn anything. If you don't have a turban or fez, you can get them from us. I mean, every more should learn how to tie their turban. You shouldn't be walking around with a turban cap on no more. No disrespect to it. You should be walking around, no disrespect, like you going through chemo with a turban cap on your head, no disrespect. You know, I think that's the simple way. We should be wrapping our turbans. And if you don't know how to wrap your turban, I'll teach you. If anyone's on here that know how to wrap their turban, I'll teach you. I sell them. Y'all see this big old turban? I'm getting ready to cut this in half. I got two of them. A couple of people bought them from me. So I take them and I fold them, I cut them. I'll show y'all how I wrap them. No more should be on here without no turban. Talk about you don't know where to get them from. And I be seeing all you misnomer Moors on the internet. I don't know where to get a turban from. I don't know where to get it. And be seeing me on here with a plethora of them on. Stevie Wonder got enough eyes he can see. Who got them? Me. Come on, family. And I'll hook you up and I'll show you how to tie it. And I'll take my time with you. I'll show your children how to wrap. I'll show your wife how to wrap your turban and your she-mag. If you don't have a fez, man, we make our fez with love, with all the proper perforation for symbology. And I teach you the history of the fez. I'll give you my book that I gathered and compiled that go with the fez. So I just want us to understand who we are and do things in the right way in love. So with that being said, man, thank y'all, man. I love y'all and peace. Take us out, B.